120 Sieverts, the equivalent radiation of being at ground zero of a nuclear explosion. So powerful it equals being at ground zero of a nuclear explosion. In the annals of nuclear history, there are accidents, and then there are catastrophes that defy comprehension. This is the story of Cecil Kelley, the man who survived the impossible, if only for 35 hours. His story would become a haunting reminder of the awesome and terrible power we humans have harnessed. December 30, 1958, Los Alamos National Laboratory, New Mexico. The sun rose on what seemed like any other winter morning. Scientists and technicians filed into their posts, preparing for another day of pushing the boundaries of nuclear science. Among them was Cecil Kelley, a veteran chemical operator. With years of experience handling the world's most dangerous materials, Kelley's workspace centered around a massive 1,000-liter mixing tank. Inside this metal behemoth churned a deadly cocktail, weapons-grade plutonium-239, awaiting reprocessing. A witch's brew of organic solvents, highly corrosive nitric acid that could dissolve metal, chemical stabilizers fighting a constant battle against corrosion. But beneath the surface, something sinister was brewing. The materials weren't mixing as they should. Like oil and water, refusing to blend, the plutonium was separating, concentrating, waiting. In some areas, the deadly element had become 200 times more concentrated than anyone realized. Then came the moment that would change everything. Kelley, following standard procedure, activated the mixer. The liquid began to swirl, but not as intended. The heavy solutions spun outward like a centrifuge, forcing the plutonium toward the center. It was creating the perfect storm, a spontaneous nuclear reactor in a tank. Nuclear physics can be unforgiving. When enough fissile material comes together, it reaches critical mass. Imagine a deadly game of atomic billiards, neutrons splitting atoms, releasing more neutrons, creating an unstoppable cascade of nuclear reactions. Standing on a metal ladder, peering through the thick viewing window, Kelley had no way of knowing he was seconds away from the most intense radiation exposure ever recorded. In one devastating instant, his body absorbed 120 sieverts of radiation, enough to fundamentally alter the chemistry of his body. The response was immediate but futile. Kelley stumbled outside his body, already beginning to change at the molecular level. His vital signs told a horrifying story. Heart racing at 160 beats per minute, blood pressure plummeting to 80 to 40. His body had become a radiation source. Even his breath emitted gamma rays. The next 24 hours revealed the true horror of extreme radiation exposure. Blood cells disintegrated like sugar in water. Lymphocytes vanished from his bloodstream. Bone marrow ceased producing new cells. Organs began shutting down one by one. His blood turned almost transparent. Normal sodium atoms in his body transformed into radioactive isotopes. The medical team fought a losing battle. No treatment existed for this level of exposure. Painkillers barely touched his suffering. After 35 hours of agony, Cecil Kelley's body finally surrendered to the inevitable, succumbing to complete organ failure. The subsequent investigation uncovered a perfect storm of failures. No real-time concentration monitoring, absence of critical mass prevention systems, outdated equipment design, insufficient safety protocols, inadequate emergency procedures, limited understanding of criticality risks, poor maintenance schedules, lack of proper training updates. To grasp the magnitude of Kelley's exposure, his 120 sieverts dwarfed all other accidents. Louis Slotin's 21 sieverts seemed minor in comparison. Hisashi Aochi's 17 sieverts paled in contrast. Even 10 sieverts is considered absolutely fatal. A mere 6 sieverts causes death within weeks. Just 1 sievert can cause severe radiation sickness. But death wasn't the end of Kelley's story. Without consulting his family, scientists removed his organs for research. This unauthorized act led to a groundbreaking lawsuit in 1993. Settled in 2001 under sealed terms, justice delayed but never fully served. Today, Cecil Kelley's sacrifice wasn't in vain. His death revolutionized nuclear safety. Automated monitoring systems, multiple redundant safety measures, enhanced training protocols, improved emergency responses, better understanding of criticality risks, advanced containment systems. The most profound lessons often come at an unthinkable price. For Cecil Kelley, that price was his life. But his story lives on, teaching new generations about the responsibility we bear when handling nuclear materials. In memory of Cecil Kelley 1924 to 1958. His tragedy helped prevent countless others. Like and subscribe for more untold stories from the atomic age. Hit the notification bell to never miss an upload. Share this video to spread awareness about nuclear safety.